In today's video, we're going to try and find that ever elusive boost on the Range Rover. Welcome back to Ben's Garage. We are back on the Range Rover. It's been sat on charge. It fired up first time today. Today I'm going to have a look at this boost. This is the reason why we took it off the road, as you probably know on previous videos. Now, that when I was hopefully going to sell it, the bloke had a look and he said, oh, the pipe's just come off the intercooler. So I'm going to get myself set up, try and get and have a look under this bonnet and see if I can see where it's come off and if I can get it back on. Hopefully we can. We've still got almost another month that we can still use this car on the road. So if I can get it, potentially get it back together and drive in properly, we can do a couple of little trips with the trailer. That's the plan. And then once that 2 months of the CT has expired, then it's off the road until we get these subframes done. So without further ado, we should get under the bonnet and have a look at this boost hose. So I'll swap to the other camera because it'll be easier to manhandle under the bonnet, and we'll see what we can come up with. So there's the boost hose down there, but the intercooler is down there somewhere. So I'm going to have to get down on the floor and see if I can get it from underneath. I'm not sure if I can, but we'll have a look. See you on the floor. There it is, folks. Intercooler hose is back on. Oh, you fucking twat. All that pissing about of a Jubilee clip and it's sitting on the under tray.
What, the old one?
It's called being observant. I didn't film all that because there's not a lot of room underneath. I've only got it set on high suspension. I've opened the door so that the suspension doesn't drop down. We've taken this as an undercover just underneath the bumper. Taken that off. There you go. There's the intercooler. There's the hose that's flapping about in midair. We're scratching around. You're trying to find a Jubilee clip, which I had a spare one when we did the Audi. It wasn't quite big enough, so I had to expand it as much as I could while it was still on the threads. Got it all on. That's tightened up now. Only to find the original Land Rover Jubilee clip sitting on the under tray. Be more observant in future. So that's done. I'm now going to get the Hobbit to start it up and turn it around, and we'll see about getting the solar connected up to it. We got boost! And a dog. Oh, you twatting dog. Get out of bloody way! Oh yes. See ya! Whoa. Oh shit! Stop! 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 Not used to it going that fast. No. So that's the boost issue sorted. We're back up to full power. It's obviously not as powerful as the TD6, but we're back up to full power. It's not chucking out the smoke that it was doing. So we're all good to go. Now onto the solar panel.
Am I going to miss that?
No. Is she gonna miss that? Yeah, just keep coming. So we're in the boot of the TD6. I've got the Hobbit. She's put the solar panel on the dashboard, so it's going to get as much light as it can today. Now the cigarette lighters and everything, I don't know if they go through the ECUs or so. There is a power outlet in the back here, which does stay on when the car's switched off, because we used to plug our 12-volt call box in the boot when we was backwards and forwards to the other house. So I know that does stay live, but I don't know if it goes through ECUs and stuff. Now in the boot here we have got a direct live straight to the battery. I'm not going to disconnect the battery, so kids, don't try this at home. So what I've got, I'll just show you what I've got. Let me zoom out a little. I've got this lead here with a power outlet on the end and a fuse. Always have a fuse in there, but it's got the old crocodile clips. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them off, put some ring terminals on it, disconnect the battery here, being very careful of course. I'm going to plug the live on direct to the battery. I've got an earth over here, and we'll get this power outlet so that's direct to the battery. Basically, the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want wires trading out under the bonnet. This way it's permanent, and we'll crack on and see what we can come up with. No turning back now. Put your wire in there. Strips the wire lovely. Twist them up a little bit. Butterfingers. There we go. Nice crimped on ends. If you're going to be doing any electrics, the best things to have: some crimpers and some wire strippers. These ones were cheap off eBay, but they've been working flawlessly. These ones I got off the Snap-on man years ago, and they've been perfect. Right, we're gonna see if we can get it connected up now. I'll plug the earth on there. Plug the positive on that one. .56 volts, 12.57. So now I'm going to plug the solar charger in. .2 volts. So I'll just disconnect the solar charger again. .57. .32 with the solar panel plugged in. I plugged that in. I have noticed that the interior lights get a bit brighter. Only just a little bit. But it sits at 12.57 volts. Plug the solar panel in. Starts at 13.5, but that comes down to about 13.2. Obviously the sun's come out a bit now, so that's obviously putting a bit more in. 13.5, I'm quite happy with that if it sits at that. And it hopefully keep this battery topped up. What you must always remember to do is disconnect the solar panel from there before you start the car. The Hobbit, I used to have it plugged in the cigarette lighter, and the Hobbit actually started it up with it still plugged in, and the cigarette lighter stopped working. I don't know where the wires go and what the fuses are all okay, but the cigarette lighter just stopped working. So that's why I've opted to plug it in at the back here. They actually do a kit where you can fit a second battery in the boot of the Range Rover. You lose the space that's under here. Now on this car, I've got all this sits underneath there, which is all the towing kit and the keys and everything for the detachable tow bar that I've got on this car. Plus there's another trailer adapter, 13 pin to 7 pin, because this car's got the 13 pin towing socket on it, which was rather good. When we got locked out of it, somebody suggested powering up the car through the tow socket, because that connects up directly to this lot in the back here, which is a direct feed to the battery. So that's why I've opted for this. I'm not going through any ECUs or anything like that with the cigarette lighters. Nice big thick cable which runs power straight to the battery. Now we're sitting at 13.3 volts. So it's going to be a test. We're going to leave it sat out here parked up with a solar panel in the windscreen, and we'll see what occurs. So if you don't use your Range Rover, this is something you ought to look into. They are pretty notorious for draining the batteries. There's so many electronics on these cars, and it just pulls your battery down, especially if you leave it and it's not being used, or you're not doing the miles. We're not doing the miles in this car. It's just been parked up for over a year, so the battery's all charged up. It's all good at the moment. But yeah, if you've got a Range Rover, you can either plug it in on a charger like we have been doing, or you can get a solar panel in it. Alternatively, you can fit a second battery in here. They do a proper kit for it. If anyone's interested in a second battery kit, just let us know in the comments, and I'll find out the link, and I'll add it to the description. So that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.